Hi, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today's going to be wicked fun because I'm going to show you how to make chocolate whoopie cakes. We're going to fill them with a whipped cream vanilla pudding that we're going to tint pink for Valentine's Day. You'll never believe how easy it is to make these chocolate cakes. Let me show you what we're going to need to make them. This is what we're going to need for our homemade chocolate whoopie cakes for Valentine's Day. The easiest whoopie cakes you'll ever make. We need flour and cocoa, baking soda, baking powder, salt. I'm just going to whisk that in the bowl there. We need 2 cups of sugar, half a cup of vegetable oil, a cup of milk, 2 eggs, vanilla, pure vanilla. Of course, we need our Hershey's cocoa. And then we are going to butter and flour our cookie tray, because that's where our batter is going to go. We're going to make a big sheet of this wonderful chocolate cake, and then we're going to be able to cut out whatever shapes that we want with our cutouts here. And then for the filling, we're going to use heavy whipping cream, Jello vanilla pudding, and just a drop. So this is very simple. I am just putting the dry ingredients right in the mixer. It's really lovely. Only 1 bowl. Then I'm going to add the 2 cups of sugar, so we're getting all of our dry ingredients in there. And then I'm just going to start adding in the wet ingredients. 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We're going to add in our vegetable oil. We're going to add in our milk, our 1 cup of whole milk. So we added all of our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients into this one mixing bowl. We're going to whisk it and mix it for 2 minutes. Then we're going to stop it, take it off of the mixer here, and add in a cup of boiling water and just stir it with a spatula. And then we're going to pour it into our pan after I get it buttered and floured. So let's start mixing this batter. I'm going to mark it for 2 minutes, and then we'll come right back. So it's almost done, but I'm just going to scrape down some of the sides here, which is just typical when you're making anything in a mixer. You need to scrape down the sides a little bit. And then it has about 20 more seconds to make the 2-minute mark. And then we're going to add the boiling water. And that's nice because it gets the cooking already started. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the color of that chocolate. It's amazing. It smells so chocolatey. It's absolutely delicious. And this is homemade Hershey's cocoa chocolate cake. Now we're going to add the cup of boiling water, and then we're going to mix that and then pour it right into our baking sheet here, and then get it into the oven. So I have a sheet of wax paper that's actually going to go on top of the cookie sheet. That's how I like to bake my cakes. It's for easy removal after you bake. But I'm going to spray a layer of Pam, and then I'm going to put down the wax paper, and then I'm going to butter the top of that because I love the flavor of the butter with the cake. And then we're going to dust it with flour, and then we'll get the batter in there. So I've taken a paper towel, I folded it a couple of times. I'm going to take our room temperature butter. You know, I really like to use butter instead of Pam for a cake bottom because it just gives it that much extra flavor. You're baking, so you want some good flavor there. And I'm just going to rub down the sides and the bottom with the butter. Just like that. And then we're going to dust in some flour, just like you're doing a cake pan. Same thing as a cake pan, except this is just wider. It's a cookie sheet. But it's the same concept. And then it's an easy removal. for when we get to cut out all of our wonderful shapes. And we're done. Then we're going to sprinkle in some of this flour, just like that. And then just shake it back and forth. Just like this. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to pour this right into our pan. Just like that. So I've got it into the pan here, and I'm just going to smooth it out with our spatula. It's a very liquidy batter. Don't let that scare you. Just have to be careful putting it into the oven because this is such a wide tray because it's on a cookie tray. Here is our amazing chocolatey sheet pan of chocolate cake that we are going to cut out some really cute shapes here and then stuff them with this whipped cream vanilla pudding filling. It's going to be so delicious. So while this is cooling, I'm going to start working on the whipped cream filling. This whipped cream filling is just amazing. It's refreshing, it's light. You're going to love the change from the confectioner's sugar. You've got to try this. Okay, so we're going to make our whipped cream vanilla pudding filling. It's out of this world. I like it much better than the confectioner's sugar because I feel like it's more refreshing and you have that really nice vanilla flavor. I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add in the Jell-O brand vanilla pudding right into there, just like that. And then we're going to whip it until stiff peaks. And it's been very cold. I actually had the bowl and the whisk in the refrigerator, chilling. And then I'm going to turn this whisk up a little bit. And I'm just going to keep whisking until I get some stiff peaks. So the whipped cream is very light. So I'm going to add in another drop of red dye. And we're going to mix that up and see how pink that gets. Looking better. Okay, so I have 2 drops of pink dye in here. I can't believe my whisk just broke on whipping this whipped cream. Looks like I'm gonna need a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. Now I'm just gonna mix in some more dye with a spatula. Looks like I'm gonna need another drop. Remember, 1 drop at a time. All right, so I'm gonna get a spatula and whisk this. So I'm just gonna mix in this food coloring, this red food coloring with a spatula. So I'm going to get our pink whipped cream into this bowl here. It looks so pretty. This is going to make a great whoopie cake sandwich. My kids are going to love this. Look how pretty that color is on this filling. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad my friend Cheryl turned me on to this recipe. Whipping cream and vanilla pudding, and you just whip it till it's stiff, and it makes incredible filling. Absolutely delicious. My hard cutout, and I'm going to start to cut out these heart-shaped cakes, just like that. 1, 2, gently pull up, 3. They're so cute. So I have my spatula, which I'm going to get underneath there to get out our hearts, but I'm going to sprinkle this board with a little bit of confectioner's sugar. This way the bottoms will go onto the confectioner's sugar, and the bottoms will also have a coating. We'll put in our filling in the middle, and then we're going to put a top on top of that. And see, just from the paper being underneath it, it's really pretty easy, but I'm going to put the spatula there just to help me out a little bit, and then I could just grab it with my hands. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that heart cake. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, so this is going to be the bottom, so I'm going to put it right on top of our confectioner's sugar. I'm going to get to the next one, pull up a little bit, and then we have our second heart. I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna keep going through until I have all my hearts laid out, and then we're gonna put some of that filling right on top of there. So here we go, filling our beautiful whoopie cakes with this vanilla whipped cream filling. So delicious. You're gonna love this filling. There. You can make shamrocks. You could do them with a green food coloring. How cute would that be? There. Now I'm going to put on the tops. And we have this top here. It's going to go right there. We have this top here. It's going to go right there. And then you could just turn our cakes. You could run the knife around the frosting to smooth it out a little bit. Just like that. Without getting too much of the cake on there. We're going to sprinkle some confectionery sugar, so that's always wonderful to hide all those imperfections. Chocolatey whoopie heart cakes are so beautiful. And now I'm just going to take my sieve and I'm just going to sprinkle some confectionery sugar right on top. Just like that. So look how pretty these came out. They're absolutely gorgeous. Our little whoopie heart cakes. Amazing chocolate homemade cake. Wait till you try this cake. It takes the same amount of time to make that box cake as it did this homemade Hershey's chocolate cake. Just amazing. You'll never go back to box again. Whoops. So my extra large heart-shaped cookie cutter was perfect for making this cake, this whoopie cake for Valentine's Day. It's perfect for 2 people, and I have more for the kids. But the cake itself is so moist and chocolatey. Really, really good. You will never go back to making box cake again after you make this homemade Hershey's chocolate cake. It's really delicious. You can find it at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great day. Ciao.